Alright, before we get into the actual content of the video, the stuff you probably clicked on this for, let me just say right off the bat, this isn't a hate video. I'm not here to bash anyone or throw praise blindly either. This video is just me going over what I think might be happening behind the scenes with the dev team of Blue Lock Rivals. And again, nothing I say is officially confirmed. These are just my thoughts and guesses based on certain signs, social media activity, and a bunch of clues that honestly are kind of starting to add up. And what I'm starting to feel, hour by hour, not even day by day, is that the current dev team might be stepping back, and there's a real chance Chrollo could be coming back to take the lead on BLR again. Yeah, I know, that's a bold claim, but let me walk you through what I've seen so far that makes me feel this way. We'll look at things from TikTok, Discord, Chrollo's profile, even his group activity, and I'll show you everything in this video so you can decide for yourself. And while you're here, drop a comment below. Do you think Chrollo is actually coming back? And if you're new, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Let's get into it. So first off, let's talk about the update that kind of started this whole storm. The Loki update. This was supposed to be the big one, the long-awaited, game-changing update that would bring back the hype. But instead, it kind of became the beginning of what people are now calling the downfall. Look, the BLR community has complained before. We all remember the NEL Rin update, where he came out even more broken than NEL Isagi. Or worse, Aiku, who even now is kind of busted, but before his nerf. He was just insane. And back then, people were already calling out the devs respectfully or not. But with Loki, it was different. This time, players didn't just complain. They exploded. Within hours of the update, people were already fuming over how low the pull rates were. Hundreds of spins wasted, nothing pulled. And worse, even if someone did get lucky and land a Loki, the style didn't have the same reminder prompt that you get for mythic or world-class styles. You know that little notification that says you're about to spin something rare, so you don't skip it by accident? Yeah, Loki didn't have that. And because of that, a bunch of players, including some who shared their experiences with me, accidentally skipped Loki without realizing. Imagine the frustration of finally pulling the rarest style in the game, and then not even knowing because the system didn't tell you. I don't know if that's been patched yet, but it was a serious issue. The official BLR Discord blew up. Like, really blew up. There were so many complaints, so much spam, that the admins had to lock the chats just to slow down the chaos. But the second they reopened them, it all happened again. People weren't just angry. They were targeting Miro specifically. And while I don't want to spread hate toward any individual dev, it got to the point where the team had to publicly say, no, Miro didn't leave. We just needed someone else to handle community communication. Sound familiar? That's literally the same kind of message they posted when Chrollo stepped down. Now, I'm not saying for sure that Miro's gone, but it definitely feels like he might be taking a break. And honestly, I feel kind of bad. I don't think all of this was solely his fault. The whole dev team plays a part in the decisions being made. But yeah, it's clear a major mistake was made with this update, and now we're seeing the fallout. Still, I'm not here to place blame. I'm just observing what's happening. Now here's where it gets interesting. TikTok. I mentioned this earlier, but my For You page, which never shows BLR content, or even Roblox content for that matter, started filling up with videos trashing the update. That alone shows how widespread the backlash is. But then I came across a video related to Chrollo. I don't remember the exact details, but I'll show it in this video. And what's crazy is that Chrollo himself reposted it. The video had something like, Chrollo is back in it, and yeah, he reposted that. Publicly. On his verified account. He also reposted another video where someone made a tribute saying how much they missed him. And then, in his game Basketball Zero, he added a code. DOBETTERM. A lot of people think the M stands for Miro. And when you start stacking all this stuff together, the reposts, the code, the sudden silence from Miro, it really does feel like something is brewing. Like Chrollo might actually be coming back. And honestly, I'm kind of hyped about it. I've seen what he's done in Basketball Zero. The animations are clean, the styles feel fair, and the game doesn't have game-breaking bugs every week. And back when he was leading, we got some of the best updates. Don Lorenzo, Kaiser, even Nelisagi, who, yeah, was a little too strong. But the only real fix he needed was a tweak to his lefty shoot range. And sure, there were bugs like weird hitbox issues, but overall the game felt tighter, more balanced. Not perfect, but definitely more polished. And again, I'm not saying Miro was a bad dev. He had some solid updates too, like Nel Bachira and Otoya, which I actually enjoyed. But if Chrollo really is coming back, I think it could be a good reset point, a fresh start. And yeah, I guess this video is kind of a new type of content for me. Usually I focus on upcoming updates, leaks, new characters, or style concepts. But this one's different. This time, I just wanted to sit down and talk about the current situation as a whole. Because right now, I think it's more important than ever for the community to really stop and think, what does the game need? Where do we go from here? And if Chrollo really does come back as the lead dev again, which is still just speculation, but it's starting to feel more and more likely, I think he's going to have a lot of work ahead of him. First off, some serious reworks need to happen. Like massive ones. So many styles are outdated or feel clunky compared to the new ones, and balancing them out will be a huge task. Not just buffs or nerfs, but actually bringing old styles up to modern standards, making them fun again. We're also talking game balance in general, not just styles. We need QOL improvements, better spin mechanics, visual fixes, and maybe even revamping how certain rarities feel overall. And of course, if Chrollo's name is going to be on the game again, I hope he also takes a look at how his own style functions. Because let's be real, Chrollo as a style kinda needs its own mini rework too. Let me know if you'd like me to keep doing more of these reflective, discussion-based videos. I think it's time we stop pretending everything's fine and start talking openly about what could make BLR great again. Oh, and I almost forgot to mention something pretty important. So after all the backlash from the Loki update, they actually did increase his drop rate in lucky spins. It went from 0.13% to 0.15%. I mean, it's still crazy low, but technically it's better than before. If you go check now and tap on Loki in the lucky spin menu, you'll see it's 0.15%. Not a huge difference, but at least it's something, right? Also, one of the devs recently confirmed that Aiku is going to be nerfed, or balanced as they called it, which honestly I think a lot of people were expecting. Aiku has been dominating for too long, and while I love playing him, yeah, it's probably time to tone him down a little. But the most interesting part is they also dropped a poll asking the community which characters should get balanced next. And it wasn't just a short list, it was a massive one. Right now, Nagi is leading the votes. I guess people are finally realizing that he needs some rework love too. And there was another poll, though I wasn't exactly sure what it meant at first. I think it was about which update from the Miro dev team should be redone or reworked. And unsurprisingly, almost everyone voted for Baru. But personally, I misunderstood it at first and thought it was asking which update people liked the most. So I clicked on Nail Bakira, since I really like that one. Anyway, it's clear that the devs are at least trying to engage with the community more now. Let's just hope the feedback actually leads to changes that improve the game. So yeah, what do you think? Is Chrollo returning? Did Miro actually step away, even if they won't admit it outright? And if you had the power to shape the dev team, who would you want leading the game going forward? Let's talk about it. Drop your thoughts in the comments, I'll be reading all of them. And once again, if you made it this far, I seriously appreciate it. Thanks for sticking with me, and I'll see you in the next video.